Seems like our younger generation needs a little bit of help. So, here's some advice for our younger generations on relationships, since they seem not to be able to talk out relationships. They have a tendency to immediately go to disrespect, or worse, as we've seen this week, they can go to violence. So, here's a little bit of advice. Relationships are built on mutual respect and honesty. And both parties have to be part of that relationship in demonstrating both those things to the other member of the relationship. Whether it's a marital relationship, a parent-child relationship, a family, a co-worker, a business relationship, a political, I don't care what kind of relationship is. Functioning good relationships are based on mutual respect and honesty. The younger generation, however, and I'm seeing it more and more in the business world, they don't do that. They don't have mutual respect. So here's a little bit of advice. When you're in a relationship and you use that person for business or marriage or your kids, and you were there for that other party, and the other party knows that you were there, and they take advantage of that, that's disrespect. First thing. And if you violate that disrespect with your words or your actions or your deeds or whatever it is, are you silly enough to think that the other party to this relationship is going to be there again? Why would anybody in any relationship put themselves out, make themselves available, show mutual respect and consideration for the other party in a relationship, and then get shit all over and still be willing to hang around? Doesn't make much sense, does it? That's more now than ever before. I see it every day. I see it in words. I see it in actions. I see it in written communication. I see it all day. And I'm going to tell you something. When you work with somebody and it's a committed relationship, any of these relationships, and committed means in my mind more than 2 years. So if you are in a committed relationship of any kind, and then you take advantage of the other party to this relationship, from that point on, you don't get shit. You don't get respect. You don't get loyalty. You don't get honesty. You're not going to get the same kind of, you're going to get back what you put into it. So if you shit all over the other party in a relationship, I guarantee you the other party's going to say, see you later. I don't need this. I don't want this. And as we've talked about this week, you make that decision, you better be willing to deal with the consequences that are going to come up, because I can guarantee you myself, if I'm in any relationship and I put myself out there and I'm available in any way, and then you shit all over me, no, we're done. Because you either respect anyone in your relationship or you don't. One of the ways that you disrespect somebody is by being dishonest, disloyal, an ass, or you expect more than you put into a relationship. Why would anybody want to be a part of that kind of relationship? I don't care if it pays you, if you get love out of it, whatever it is no longer worth your time or investment. Period. So deal with your consequences. Be ready to make decisions, but then you better be ready once you've made that decision to handle any of the consequences that come your way or any of your consequences that land on somebody else's lap, because they're your responsibility and no one else.